What's up, everybody? This is Dorico Gaither, and I am 7Seven-Talk. Welcome to this podcast of mine. Today, for my premiere episode, my world premiere episode, let me say it that way, I would like to introduce y'all to a dear brother, a dear friend of mine. This man is a father, he's a husband, he's a veteran, he's an all-around great man, and he is also the host and the owner of his own podcast, which you all should share, like, and subscribe. He's the owner of On the Block with Nick. We are talking to my brother, the one, the only, Nick Slade. Nick, what's happening with it, baby? What's good?
What's going on, man? What's going on? Yo, I'm excited, happy.
Yes, sir.
You finally getting this thing started after what, 12 years?
After
Come on, man. Come on. But yo,
it took a while. You're right.
It took a while,
yes,
but
sir. It took a
you
while.
here.
Yes,
you
sir.
Here.
Yeah,
and
man.
I appreciate the love. I appreciate being on your show.
Yes, sir.
Yo,
Yeah.
I'm ready. Because we always have good conversations. So
for sure.
Let's get it, baby.
Yeah,
On the
let's
Block
get
with
it,
Nick.
man.
Like, subscribe, share, and yo, I'm ready.
Let's go, man. Let's get it. So, man, before we jump into our first topic of the day, man, I just want to give you the chance to talk about your product, your podcast real quick, and just, let everybody know what drove you to wanting to do your podcast, man, and just, how they can find you, how they can like, how they can subscribe, how they can share. Go ahead. Floor is all yours, bro.
Okay, yeah, I definitely appreciate that.
Yes, sir.
So, On the Block with Nick podcast, designed to inspire, help everyone, through conversations. I talk about a whole, list of topics. So I could be talking about politics. I could be talking about anything, religion. It's all about what you, the people, want to listen to, right? What you want to hear. So yeah, it's a good podcast. I also have interviewed a lot of people, and basically it's just digging into the mind and letting you guys know the mind of a Virgo, right? Because being a Virgo, it's crazy. Okay,
Yes, sir, 'cause
so
we run the
all my
world.
Virgos out there,
Stand up, Virgo. Stand
exactly,
up. We run the
exactly,
world. Don't let nobody
exactly,
else tell you different. It's all about us
exactly.
Virgos. Yeah, we can be a little crazy. We got it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
definitely, man, definitely Virgos out there. You want to tune in because it's analytical. It's all over the place because we like that. We like that. But
For sure.
yeah, I started it because again, I had a lot of things on my mind, a lot of things that I want to get off my chest, a lot of things that you see in society where it's like, yo, I don't understand this. You know what I'm saying? Is it just me? Let me go ahead and put this out to the people and see what they think, what's their opinion.
Yeah.
So I took the I took the leap, pushed the product. It's not where I would like it to be, but it's a work in progress. So
Of course.
Again, we the young Thundercats, but we ain't no spring chicken, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Hey, we're gonna do big things, especially with your podcast, 7-Seven-Talk.
Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
I know you got big things in store for you.
Yeah, definitely, man. And again, bro, I just appreciate you coming on, man, because we talked about this thing 4 years ago at the height of the whole George Floyd situation. And, you took that leap of faith. Me, I've been battling with my faith over the last 4 years over this, man. And then just, hey, the only way that it's going to get better, you just got to step out there on faith and go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that's the only way.
Yeah, no
That's the
doubt. So
only way,
I definitely
man.
appreciate you coming on, man, and sharing all your love and all this and that, man. And we're going to continue to do it. And, just so everybody know, hey, in the future, you never know. There might be a 7-7 on the block type deal where we're doing something together.
A little collabo.
A little collab. You never know. So we, y'all bring your ears and bring your emotions and bring your feelings, bring it all. But most importantly, bring your ears and bring shares. Bring your friends with it. Tell your mama and them, your auntie and them, and everybody else where they can find us. All right. Yes, sir. All right, man. So let's go on and jump into it, man. So
Okay, let's get it.
The Boston Celtics won their 18th NBA championship with a 106-88 victory over the Dallas Mavericks in 5 games. Jason Tatum finished with 31 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. And Jaylen Brown, he finished with 21 points, and I believe it was 8 rebounds and 4 assists, if I'm not mistaken. Jaylen Brown was named the Finals MVP, and those janky green Boston Celtics have now one more championship than my beautiful purple and gold Los Angeles Lakers. They have 18, the Lakers have 17. So, Nick, I want to ask you, man, what are your thoughts about, if you even got the chance to watch most of the finals, but what are your thoughts about Boston? Do you think that Boston had an easy run this year, or were they just the best team from start to finish this year?
That's a good question. I did get a chance to watch them. They're a pretty good team, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they were ever challenged, right? I don't think they were ever put through or put in a spot where they had to overcome adversity.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's due to the roster that they had, right? They have a bunch of good players on their team, but yeah, I don't think that they were challenged. I don't think that good teams were in the mix to challenge them.
Mm-hmm.
We take the Knicks; they were not healthy,
Right.
right? You
Yeah.
take Indiana, good team, but
Mm-hmm.
they're not there yet.
Yeah.
And then you got to take into consideration Giannis wasn't in there, right?
Yep. And then on top of that, don't forget about Philly.
And Philly,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the major, in my opinion, the major players, right?
Mm-hmm.
They were not healthy.
Yeah.
They were not healthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's really my thoughts on it. But I'm gonna tell you, next year I don't see them going back, right? I don't see them going back.
Okay.
Because
Why
if you
not?
look at the East, and you can pretty much guarantee this off season there's gonna be some moves made, some big
Oh,
ones,
absolutely. Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's gonna
Yeah.
be some big
Absolutely.
ones,
Yeah.
and you can't sleep on the Knicks
Mm-hmm.
because they're gonna get rid of your boy. You
Oh,
already know
Randall.
that. Yeah, he gone. You know what I mean? He gone, man. Hey, he packing up
Man,
everything right now.
come on, man.
He-
Y'all leave old Lefty Julius alone, dog. You know what I'm
and
saying?
they going. Hey, he gone.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they gonna get something in return for him.
Mhm. Yeah.
So the Knicks is gonna be a player. You know, they're gonna
Mm-hmm.
continue to be a player. Milwaukee, you
Yeah.
can't sleep on them. And like you said, Philly,
Mm-hmm.
once they get healthy, well, I'll take that back. That's Glass Joe Jr. right there.
Hey, look, man, you leave the big process alone. Leave them alone now. You know
The
what
big
I'm saying?
the big crybaby process.
Leave the big process troll Joel alone, man. Man, look, I'm gonna say this, dog. I think that for Boston, you're right. Boston, I'm gonna just say it like this: they did what they had to do. They did what was expected of them coming out of the East, right? They were the best team from start to finish. You know, you look at Miami. Miami, they had injuries, but that always seems to be the issue with Miami come playoff time. Then, you know, when they went up against when they went up against Milwaukee, yeah, Indiana wasn't ready. Indiana was just excited about beating
The
who did they
Knicks.
beat to get there? They beat the Knicks
Yeah.
to get there. You know what I'm saying? And then the Knicks went through a war, somewhat of a war with Philadelphia. But again,
And they
you're
was
right.
out there on the floor in wheelchairs, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Yeah. I mean,
So
it was a lot of key injuries, man. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So,
yeah.
but when they got to the finals, I think that the finals, to me, man, I think Dallas was more really the bigger surprise. Because by me being a Lakers fan, let's not forget that the Lakers led in every game of the series, and the Lakers should have beat Denver. But
Yeah.
we see how that turned out, right? And then, Minnesota just came up out of nowhere, and everybody thought that them young boys out there in Minnesota was going to do something, right? And then they ran up against Dallas after they put out Denver. They ran up against Dallas, and Dallas just pretty much had their way with him. So I
Mhm.
honestly thought that Dallas was going to give more of it was going to be a more competitive series. But it just seemed like that for some odd reason, man, Kyrie, when he played in Boston, it just seemed like it's still in Kyrie's head for some odd reason. Because he
You
played
think so?
terrible last night.
You
Yeah.
think so? I
Man,
think,
Kyrie in the 3 games in Boston, man, Kyrie was trash, dog.
yeah,
That's
I
real.
don't know if it was necessarily Boston or if
Mm-hmm.
um Luca and Kyrie, well, I won't say Kyrie. If Luca was what's the what do I want to say about the guy? He's the type of player that wants all the shine or need all the shine, right? And
Yeah.
at a lot of times he was
Mm-hmm.
stepping on Kyrie game,
Oh, he
right?
definitely was,
So
especially in game 3. Yes, sir. In game
the
3.
dude was cooking, right?
Yes, he
He was
was.
cooking. When Kyrie cook, you
Yes.
gotta let him cook.
Yes, sir.
And he was
Mm-hmm.
just ball walking it
Mm-hmm.
up, and
Mm-hmm.
that's something they really got to work on. So
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's was a big part in why
Mm-hmm.
they played so horrible, man.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
I know a lot of people say Luka just don't listen, and
Mm-hmm.
Jason Kidd is telling him certain things he needs to do, the flopping, the crying, and all the other crap, but he just don't
Mm-hmm.
listen, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
just don't
Yeah.
listen.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to take a little bit more
Mm-hmm.
for him to mature and understand, hey, look, if I want to win a championship, these are the things I got to kind of sacrifice.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then the
Yeah.
other thing, Luka got to come in shape, man. Like this has been an issue
Looking
with
like a
him.
Tyson Fury out
Yeah,
there.
man. Since he's been in the league, it's always Luka needs to be in shape. His they always talk about his conditioning because everybody gonna pick on him on the defensive end because it ain't like he's the greatest defensive player you ever seen out there.
He
And
got
then
them
when
Ronald McDonald
ESPN,
feet,
man,
clown
yeah, man,
feet,
they
man,
showed
tripping
some
over him.
stats, dog, how Luka was getting blown by. I think they
Yeah.
said something like 63% of the time. Bro, that's terrible when you a guard and you getting blown by like that. Because now you putting the pressure on your last line of defense. Your big man.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Yeah.
can't, you're not going to win like that.
No,
Not
not
against
at all.
you playing at the highest stage, the best
Right.
coaches,
Yes.
they're going to maximize
Mm-hmm.
everything,
Yeah.
look for every weakness
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
exploit it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, when you get to that level right there,
Yeah.
you gotta be on point.
For sure. Most definitely. Yeah. Yeah, most definitely, man. But I mean, but hats off to Boston, man. I mean, they did what they needed to do. But I'm gonna go back to something that you said about the East, man. I think we may have seen a preview because I don't know if you noticed the other night while they was on the countdown show or the halftime show together. Joel Embiid was a guest on there, but Paul George just happened to be
Happen to show up.
at the game showing up. And I've been seeing reports out there, man, where they talking about that Paul George, if the Clippers don't sign him, and they talking about that they are really far apart in numbers, that Philadelphia is going to be his top target.
You think so?
No, and I think that's something that Philadelphia can use right there because if you can't depend on Joel Embiid, you still got that young cat in Maxey, right?
Mm-hmm.
Running the point. And Maxey want to play. Maxey want to get up and down the floor, right? And then you put Paul George out there on the wing. Now things is going to open up even more for Joel. But the problem with Embiid, though, Embiid want to get his big ass out there and shoot threes all day. You know what I'm saying?
With his little feet. With his little feet.
It's like, dude, you are a matchup nightmare in the post. But for some odd reason, it's hurt your feelings to be in the post. I don't
understand it, man.
I don't understand it, man.
But that's the way the game, has shifted to.
Yeah.
It's more about the 3-pointer. The 3-pointer is more sexy, and everybody loves that. You can see that with Caitlin Clark. But yeah, Embiid, man, he is a generational talent, right?
He is.
But it's like,
yes, he is.
It's like he can dominate if he really wanted to.
Yeah. Yes.
But one, he got to stay healthy, and two, he got to want to do it. right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it comes easy to him. It
Mm-hmm.
comes easy to him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Paul George in Philly,
Hey.
I would rather see him in New York.
Mm.
I would rather see him in New York
Can the
because
Knicks afford him though? That's the question.
I don't see why not. Because like I said, your boy
Oof.
is out of there. He gone.
Yeah, yeah.
He gone.
Somebody they gonna try to they gonna get rid of Randall, man, because they tired of Randall, dog. And Randall done had every opportunity to show that he can be the man. And I mean, because like even this year, I don't understand. You get injured like what in February, some
Mm-hmm.
time frame like that, and then you wait till the end of the season before you want to the end of the regular season, right before the playoffs start, and then you want to have surgery on your shoulder.
That's a Scottie Pippen move. It's probably something.
That's true.
It's
Yeah,
probably something
yeah.
that's lingering. That's a little bit more deeper, man.
I
So
think
that's
so.
why I said he out of here.
Yeah,
He out of
yeah.
there.
I think so, man. For real. So yeah, man, that's what's up about the NBA finals, man. Again, congratulations to the Boston Celtics for winning their 18th NBA championship. Y'all heard it here first. The Lakers will win their 18th NBA championship next season, right? With a
I
97-year-old
don't know about
LeBron
that, man.
James. But, that's another topic for another day. So
That's
they,
wishful thinking right
It,
there.
it is, especially when we have, a first-time head coach that's about to come up in there that everybody's so high on. I'm like, dude, man, come on with
Who
that.
is it though?
Man, they talking about hiring JJ Redick.
I know that was in discussion, right?
Yeah, yeah,
How you
terrible,
feel about that?
terrible, terrible. If you're gonna, man, I'm gonna tell you, I know that they went after Hurley up there in
Mm-hmm.
UConn, and they offered him $70 million, right, bruh? I don't understand what I'm gonna throw out. I'm gonna throw out a couple of names. Right? Mark Jackson.
Of course.
Right? Nobody wants to give Mark Jackson a second chance, right? But for those who don't know, and for y'all younger viewers out there, Mark Jackson is the reason why he's the foundation piece for the Golden State Warriors. People forget about that, right? Then on top of that, the next guy who's out there that done paid his dues, right? Another former NBA point guard that's won championships, Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell just got another NBA ring because he's one of the top assistants out there in Boston.
Yeah.
So this whole thing about going after a college coach and offering him 70 million, but then you want to bring in Sam Cassell and you want to interview him, but still it's this infatuation with JJ Redick. For what?
But you know what though? I'm gonna tell you what's wrong with your team, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
ain't nothing but the Dallas Cowboys
That's what we're
of
starting to look like.
basketball,
Yes,
right?
sir. That's what the
They
Lakers are starting to look
want
like.
full control. I
Yep.
mean,
Yep.
now correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
They want to hire a head coach and his staff.
That is the reason why Ty Lue is the head coach of the Clippers, because
Who does that?
right, they had Ty Lue. An agreement was basically an agreement was almost in place, right? When LeBron wanted Ty Lue to come over, right? It was two issues. The Lakers didn't want to go to a fourth year on the deal, right? Because Ty Lue wanted 4 years. And then the other thing was they told him you're gonna have such and such here, right? On your staff. Jason Kidd, and I think they was talking about Frank Vogel was gonna be on the staff. So if you're Tyronn Lue, you've won an NBA championship as a head coach,
Mm-hmm.
right? So why are you gonna sit there and let somebody else take over and tell them, hey, this is what, this is who you're gonna hire? When you can be looking over your shoulder, if y'all lose 5 games in a row, now, okay, we can either give it to Frank Vogel or we can give it to Jason Kidd.
Exactly, and
Yeah.
that's their problem, man.
Absolutely.
They're not truly investing in talent.
Right. That's
So
absolutely right. That's the problem.
so that's crazy. And then
Mhm.
JJ Redick is not. So I think even though JJ Redick supposedly is a great basketball mind, and
Right.
he displayed it on the podcast with him and LeBron James or whatever the case
Mhm.
may be, it's
Mhm.
more a comfortability thing.
Yep.
And Bron feeling comfortable with him, and
Mhm.
being able to talk through things and maybe possibly or always getting his way.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
think if they do hire JJ Redick, that friendship or whatever will quickly dissolve.
Yeah.
JJ Redick, yeah, from what I see on TV, and I don't know the guy, I just see what I see on TV.
Mm-hmm.
His personality is kind of crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. I
Like,
mean, it just, to me, it just don't make no sense, bro. And then where's Anthony Davis at in all of this? You know what I'm saying?
you sure he ain't injured?
Right. Where is AD? Right? Because LeBron is, whether or not people understand this or not, number one, if LeBron comes back, which I'm pretty sure he's going to come back, right? But LeBron is going to retire probably in what, 3 years, 2, 3 years? This will be his last contract, right? So it's like, okay, AD, this is your team. You the one that should be saying, I want this guy. I'm the franchise player. We ain't worried about LeBron. This is who I want to be the head coach, right? So now it's like he's just staying quiet, and it just, it's gonna be a mess, man. It's really gonna be a mess, But I hope that something goes, that somebody, wisens up in the Lakers organization and really give Sam Cassell a true shot, because Sam Cassell is gonna be a head coach one day, and when he do, he's gonna have great success, man.
Yeah,
That's for
definitely,
real. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
hate that they won't give Mark Jackson
Absolutely, man.
they
Absolutely.
won't give him an opportunity to
It's
coach
trash.
because
Yeah.
honestly, if LA had Mark, but he's the type that's going to hold everybody accountable.
That's right. That's right.
And
Absolutely right.
even though Braun, you may hit Braun, that's what you want, whatever the case may be, but he's a superstar, and sometimes a superstar get what they want, and
Mm.
hey,
Yeah.
only time will
Yeah.
tell for the Lakers, though.
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. So the next thing, man, enough about this basketball, because basketball season is over with now. So the next thing I want to talk to you about is my favorite sport. Let's talk about the quarterback position in the NFL, and these quarterbacks that have been getting paid here in the offseason, right? And one in particular that still does not have a new deal yet, right?
That's your boy.
Yeah. Old Rain Dakota. So, man, let's start off with first, man, looking at the quarterbacks that got paid here in the offseason, right? So, of course, the biggest one that jumps out to me, right? You got 3 quarterbacks right now that have signed major deals. You have Kirk Cousins, who signed a major deal. He's getting 180 with, I believe, 150 of it guaranteed, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Yeah. Then you have, who signed the next deal? You have your man out there in Detroit, Jared Goff, right? Who signed for over 200 mil, right? Then you have my man in Jacksonville, Goldilocks, Trevor Lawrence, right? You got Trevor Lawrence that just signed the deal the other day. I think his deal was for 275.
Yeah, 275.
275. Now, when you look at those 3 quarterbacks that signed for that money, it's a shame to say that Jared Goff is he's basically the better option out of all 3. He's the better success story, because how many playoff wins does Kirk Cousins have as a starting quarterback in the NFL?
1 or something like that?
I think he only has 1, right? Trevor Lawrence, right? Still hasn't won a playoff game yet, right? And then you look at Jared Goff. Jared Goff, he went to the Super Bowl and was a game away, really a quarter away from going back to the Super Bowl again, because Detroit was in control of the game early against San Francisco in the NFC Championship game. So now it brings us to your guy, Dak Prescott. Right? Dak Prescott is up here talking about he wants $60 million a year. 60 mil. Right? And Dak has 2 playoff wins.
Let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. This is crazy because if you look at those quarterbacks you just named, right?
Yes, sir. Mm-hmm.
They get paid more than Patrick Mahomes.
So that's the funny thing about it, man, because I'm gonna have to go back and look at Mahomes' deal. Because see, people forget that Patrick Mahomes signed a $500 million contract.
Over like 300 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
it was something crazy like that, man. Yeah. But he signed a very big number. But when you look at it right now, the quarterbacks that are signing these deals now, I think off annual average, I think they are all getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So
Mm-hmm.
he's getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
Lamar Jackson,
Yep. Who had to fight to get a new deal?
who had to fight. Oh, no, I'm talking about Trevor Lawrence right now. Let's just
Yep.
start right with Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
He's getting paid more than Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
Lamar Jackson,
Mm-hmm.
your boy Patrick Mahomes.
Yep.
It just don't make no sense. And like you said, Jared Goff, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But hasn't done it. He's not accomplished. They just signed him on basically his future.
Yep.
Right.
Pretty
They're
much.
hoping that he'd be good. Right.
Yep.
And then
Pretty much.
Joe Burrow.
Oh, I forgot about Burrow.
Right. Burrow is at 275 too. Right.
Mm-hmm.
But
something like that.
He stay hurt too.
Yeah.
So even though he's good, the best ability is what?
Availability. That's what they say.
Right.
That is what they say.
So when you giving all these quarterbacks all this money, man, based off what you think they may do,
mm-hmm.
and then what do they have to prove?
Right.
What do they have to prove?
Right. Right.
What?
Yeah.
Burrow is 28 years old. Yeah, he's 28. How old is Trevor Lawrence? 25?
I think Lawrence is like 25, 26, something like that.
Goff is 30.
Yeah, because
right?
this is because Trevor Lawrence is still well, basically this is his second contract. He's just beginning his second contract.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So none of them have been MVP or anything like that. I mean, none of them have accomplished anything, and they getting all this money.
Yeah,
all this
absolutely.
money.
Yeah.
So what do they have to work for, right?
Mm-hmm.
What do they have to work for? It's just like when Danny Dimes got all that money.
Yep. Yep.
Look how that turned out.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's they saturating the market. It's just a bad look, man. A lot of these quarterbacks need to prove a lot of things because they haven't done anything. Keep in mind, right? Keep in mind, those people who we just named are Caucasian.
Yep. Because when you look at another one that's looking at these numbers, brother Tua down there in Miami. Tua wants what Trevor Lawrence has.
But he won't get it though. He won't get it.
Miami's gonna have to make a decision what they gonna do because they spreading the money out. They giving the money to the wide receivers. They giving the money to some players on defense, right? And then you got Tyreek Hill sitting back here saying, "Oh, y'all just paid Jalen Waddle. That's what's up." But Tyreek Hill is looking at what the deal that Justin Jefferson just signed up there in Minnesota, making him the highest non-paid quarterback in the league. Tyreek Hill wants that money. Now, Miami's going to have to say, okay, well, we reset the market one time with Tyreek Hill, or we going to do it again. But we still got a quarterback do we believe in him all the way? Because honestly, can we say that Tua is a franchise quarterback? Can we say that?
That's an interesting question, man.
Right.
He's undersized.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have like a strong arm.
He doesn't.
When he's rattled, he throws a lot of picks. He makes a lot of bad decisions.
Yeah. Yes, he does.
And his health. You got to take that into consideration as well. He's already
absolutely.
Well, had how many concussions? Like,
man,
3 or 4, something like that.
About 3 or 4, if not more than that already. Because there was at one point in time last year, his family was talking about him possibly retiring.
Right?
Yeah.
So all those concussions accumulated and probably took a lot of years off his playing. Playing years. So
yeah, man.
do you really invest in Tua, or do you try and look to see who's available? I mean, yeah,
Right.
Miami got a lot of things to think about.
Yeah, they
But
do
in my opinion, I don't think they're gonna pay him the money.
I don't think so neither, man, because what Miami tried to do, they tried to surround Tua with speed because
Yeah.
they looked at what he had in Alabama, right? So they tried to surround him with a whole bunch of speed. So all he's got to do is get rid of the ball and get rid of it quick. Bruh, like, I mean, I know you got the speed, but you still got to be able to get the ball down the field, right? And then there was that. Look, man. So, I mean, is Aaron Rodgers, is he going to be available this year, or is he out at, I mean, because I know he doesn't have to go to to off-season minicamp if he don't want to, because I know he has other things that he need to be
Man,
doing at this
come on,
particular.
man.
I'm just saying, man. I'm just asking the question. That's all.
He's just getting a bad rap right now because I'm pretty sure in other locations, other teams, you got people. It's just Aaron Rodgers, man. He got to stay. He got to
Right.
stay in the
Right.
news. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? He got to
Yeah.
stay in
All
the
right.
news. That's
Yeah.
just
He always got to stay in the news because
yeah.
he's the smartest man on this planet. You know what I mean? So yeah. Okay. But like I told you, bro, y'all should not have made that move for Aaron Rodgers. I told you that, because now you got a head coach whose job is on the line, right? And you listen at what your head coach is saying. Listen at what Robert Saleh is saying.
It
Hey,
should
Robert,
be on the line, man. I told you that last year, that stupid decision he made, I would have fired all of them.
So you ain't gonna blame the front office? Because your front office showed enough didn't help. Who was your backup quarterback after Aaron Rodgers? Your guy, number 4, Zach Wilson, the 4th overall pick, the future franchise quarterback. Where is Zach Wilson at now? Out there in Denver fighting against a rookie to be the starting quarterback in the NFL.
Zach Wilson, he gonna be fine, man. It's just
okay. Yeah, all right.
He's just a spoiled little brat right now.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, because I can't talk. I mean, hey, we are, I'm about done with Dallas. Yeah, because old Rain Dakota, he ain't making it rain on the football field. I tell you that much. Well, he do again playoff games. He make it rain
interceptions.
Yes, sir. When he throw interceptions and the other team catch them, and then they return it back. So, dude, look, man, and talk about having to pay somebody. Dallas ain't paid Dak yet. They ain't came to a deal with CD yet. They ain't came to a deal with Micah yet. So let's just go 0-17, bro, and start all over.
So here's the question I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
You the GM.
Mm-hmm.
Do you pay Dak or not?
I'm not paying Dak no $60 million, because I understand it's not Dak's fault. It is the market for quarterbacks, and it's going to continue to go up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because like I told our brother Derek, man, a couple of weeks back, dog, y'all mark my word. In 5 to 10 years, right, you're going to see an NFL quarterback making $100 million a year as his contract, because that's where it's going.
Mm-hmm.
We got quarterbacks talking about $60 million as their base salary per season, and all it's doing is going up as the salary cap go up, as you get all these other TV revenue deals that's going up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, bruh, I'm not paying Dak no $60 million, because when you tie that much money into the quarterback position, what are you going to have left? Because CD Lamb is looking at Justin Jefferson, and CD Lamb is saying, well, when you put our numbers side by side, we rank either 1 and 2 or 1 and 3. So you're going to have to pay me, if not what Justin Jefferson got. If I'm going to take a low number, it's only going to be about 1 or 2 million less than what Justin Jefferson got.
Well, who you picking? If you don't pay Dak, man, what you going to do?
I mean, well, he's still got 1 year left on his deal now. You know what I'm saying? But Dallas want to extend him because they understand if they extend him this year, going into next year, they're going to have to deal with CD, and they're going to have to deal with Micah. So my thing is, man, where Dallas messed up at, number one, they got bit one time before, but they're following the same damn plan. They're waiting until the last minute to redo these deals. Right?
Yeah.
You knew Dak number was coming up again. You knew CD number was coming up. And you knew Micah was coming up. So one of those three is not going to get paid, dog.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I hate
Yeah.
to say it, if Dallas extends Dak and gives him that crazy deal, you're either going to lose Micah or you're going to lose CD Lamb.
Who you rather lose?
I
Dak?
would much rather lose Dak. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Because, see, man, you can go out there and find yourself a quarterback for a lower number, right? So, but 60 million a year, and CD is probably going to want 38, 40 million a year. You know, Micah Parsons is trying to reset the market for a defensive player.
Mm. Now, I think that's where y'all gonna have a problem. I think that's where you
Yeah.
really gonna have a problem because he gonna want to
Yeah.
break the bank.
Yes, sir. He's going to want to break the bank. Yeah.
He gonna want to break the bank.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's going to want it, man. So, yeah, man. So, man, look, the other day, man, I want to switch to a totally different topic, man. And, what I'm going to talk to you about is that, on your show the other day on the block with Nick, you were talking about what's the best word to use towards a very divisive figure that's been dominating the world of sports, whose name, once the name is mentioned, it can either go right or left. It's just been dominating. And Caitlin Clark, right?
Oh yeah.
So yeah, man, can you go a little bit more into detail, or just speak on what you were talking about, and we could take it from there.
All right. So a couple of days ago, I did an episode on Caitlin Clark and her exclusion from the Olympic roster. And again, if you don't know about Caitlin, man, a lot of people. Let's just start there. A lot of people love Caitlin Clark. She's America's sweetheart right now. She's the Steph Curry of the WNBA. Like she's a shooter, right? And right now in basketball, everybody likes offense. They want to see, a 3-point shooter, step back, everything looking sexy, everything looking good. And she's bringing that to the WNBA.
Yeah. Yeah.
The issue is that's really all she has right now. When it comes to, the other facets of her game, she's just not there. She's not physically strong enough. She's not, quick enough on defense. There's some things that she needs to work through and learn.
Right.
But, a lot of people don't want to hear that. A lot of people don't want to hear that. They just want to say, okay, just put her out there because of, exposure, the marketing piece, etc. Which, when you say that, to me, you kind of disrespecting the women of the league, and I think that's a lot of how they felt. Like you want us to just hand her the keys. You want us to hand her the keys to the kingdom, and she didn't even prove herself. What about all the people prior to her? Who were deserving of those keys, and you didn't give them to her. So, I kind of elaborated, a little bit or talked about both sides of the argument. All right. I talked about both sides of the argument. Depending on which side of the fence you really, sit on, either one is not wrong. Because if you saying, hey, look, she don't belong up there, there's a list of reasons why she don't belong up there, right? All valid points. All valid points. Right. And I'll say that's more for the true fan of the game, right? Who know basketball. Nah, she ain't ready. But if
Not at all. Not
if you
at
a new
all.
fan, right? If you're a new fan and you coming in and she's the reason why, you want to see her because she brings that to the game, that excitement for you, or for the marketing aspect, the advertisement, the jerseys, and all that other stuff. So when we talk about the U.S. Olympic Committee and the decision that they made, really it could have went either way. Right. It could have went either way. So that's what I kind of talked about, and you can find that on YouTube, on the block with Nick. Of course, leave a comment because I'm interested to see how you guys, out there feel about it as well. A couple of people already, chimed in. I got a lot of feedback on it, right? And it was some good points. So let's talk about this so we can get a better understanding
Yeah.
of, how one another feel about the whole situation.
Man, I watch the show, man, and again, y'all go like, subscribe, and share. Show this brother some love. But man, so my thing with Caitlin Clark is this, right? So first things first, man, in 2024, I need for all communities to understand something, right? It don't matter the color of your skin, it don't matter none of that. But I need for everybody listening to my voice and watching this episode to understand something. It is okay to critique a player, anything, man, to critique a person without it being labeled as you hating on somebody,
Agree.
right? We have gotten
Agree.
to a point in society where if you don't agree with somebody, all of a sudden you being labeled a hater. You know what I'm saying? It don't make any doggone sense, man. But
Yeah.
anyway, so the thing with Caitlin Clark is this, right? What people got to understand something is, yeah, are the U.S. women's team, man, are they the overwhelming favorite, to win the gold? Yeah. But also at the same time, they got to understand this, right? Caitlin Clark is struggling going up against her peers right now in the WNBA with the physicality, the travel schedule, right? The mental aspect of the game. She even came out and said the other day herself, she's tired. She's
Yeah.
looking forward to this break in the season where she can get some rest and all this and that, yada, 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 right? But she's also getting to see that in the words of Dorothy, we ain't in Kansas no more, Toto.
Hey, this ain't Kansas, right?
Yes, sir. Now, see, when you playing in college, yeah, you can get away with being the best player on your team and being the best player on the floor. But in the WNBA, you're talking about a select group of women who are the best in the world at what they do. So that means that the 10th, 11th player on that bench is still better than some All-American in college. And remember, those women out there in the WNBA in the off season, what do? They go overseas and go play ball.
And they play consistently, right?
They play consistently. They're going against the world's best. So they are used to the physicality. They used to all that. So now this whole uproar about not having Caitlin Clark on the team, like, are we talking basketball or are we talking markability, like what you stated, right? Because honestly, I think that the Olympic Committee decided and they understood, well, if we don't play her, we're going to have to answer questions every day and after practice, after every game, before a game. Is Caitlin Clark going to play today and how many minutes is she going to get? Right? So, but, I understand that everybody's on this wave, man, and, and all this and that, yada, yada, yada. I get it. I understand that. But let's stop acting like Caitlin Clark has came into the WNBA and set the world on fire. Now, I'll show love. Whenever she come into somebody's city, they moving the games to a different location.
She's selling them out.
Yeah, they selling out. Okay, I got it. But what has her performance been on the floor? You know what I'm saying? Because like the other night, I think she finished with 3 points, 7 points, something like that. She's shooting terrible right now.
Let me tell you though.
Mm-hmm.
It's so when I think about this, the first thing that come to mind is what's the name? Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo, oh my!
That's the first person that come to mind, and here's why, right?
You just had to do it again. Then you just had
to. Laker, right?
Thank you, Magic. Magic, we appreciate you for that one, brother.
Right?
Appreciate that.
Exactly, Magic.
Yeah.
So before he even entered the league, Magic hyping him up. His dad talking trash. I mean,
hyped him. Yeah.
I mean, cold cash.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Hyping him up like he the next best thing.
Mm-hmm.
And when he get in the league, he already got a target on his back.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody trying to shut him down.
In Vegas Summer League, they coming after him, dog.
It's like, it's like in Summer League, right? Yeah, exactly. It's like when it's like when somebody else is talking trash and hey, go beat this kid up. And then the dude is like, you know what? You can't beat him. Hey, he the one talking, but you the one that got to go in there and fight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Batman, hit this hand. Hit that man. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah, like it's just wild, man. So I think Caitlyn just got a lot of that, man. She got a lot of that, and you got to thank America for that, right? You got to thank America for that.
Listen, man, we still gonna continue to talk about this real quick. So y'all bear with me. This is my first episode, one of many. So y'all walk with me on this journey, man. But let me get back to this real quick. The upcoming NCAA football 25 college football game. Yes. For all of you college football fans out there and all you college football video games fans out there, we are back, baby. We back. It's been 10 years. We back. War Eagle. So, Nick, you tell me, man, how you feeling about this, man? How you feeling about it?
It's been 10 long years, right?
Long years, dog. Long.
So since the last version of college football, I can only imagine the upgrades that's going to be on this 2024 2025 version of it.
Yes, sir.
So a lot of people are excited because from what I'm hearing, right, you're going to be able to do the recruiting with NIL deals and a whole bunch of stuff. So I think it's going to be more interactive, making you feel like you're more, involved, whether you are going to be the coach or the player. You know what I mean? So yeah, definitely excited about it to see, how it turns out. I just hope that it lives up to the hype. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I hope it does, but I'm sure it does. It's 12 teams. I think all the teams going to be in there. I mean, they got a lot of things. The dynasty mode. There's a lot of things that's going on with it. So
yeah,
I'm excited about it to really see, where it's from. But let me tell you though, one thing now I think that is interesting, and I really want to see how it work out is they have a feature where you can now it actually throughout the game the actual player gets tired.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's going to be interesting, man.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's going to piss a lot of people off too. It's going to piss a lot of people off, man.
And then also, man, one of the features I saw is depending on where you if you got a quarterback and your defensive tackle come back there and drill him and hit him in the chest, right?
Ooh.
If he keep on taking a couple of those shots, but he doesn't get injured and he stay in the game and whatnot, in the fourth quarter, he may not be able to throw a 30-yard pass because, hey, that chest is hurting a little bit. You know what I'm saying? So they make it as realistic as possible, bro. So I'm excited about this stuff. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I'm very excited about this.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be something to look forward to. And definitely, it's gonna be another episode where we're gonna have to come back and let the viewers know.
Yes, sir.
How I whipped up on you.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, hey, you thought I was gonna say something else, did you? How I whipped up on you.
All my 7-Seven-Talk fans, and I know it's gonna be millions of y'all, and all y'all on the block with Nick fans, I know it's gonna be millions of y'all. Hey, look, man, we're gonna have to set this up where when we get the game, me and Nick are gonna have to live stream this, right? He's playing from his house and I'm playing from mine, and we gonna have to go one-on-one for this, bro. That's how we gonna have to do, right? And the winner will be crowned champion. That's how we doing it this year. Okay, we ain't playing no games with it. That's how we doing it this year. So, Nick, I put you on the spot in front of millions of people. I put you on the spot in front of your viewers. So, what say you, my kind sir?
Hey, I ain't never one to run, right? So, hey, it's gonna go down, and I'm telling you.
Okay.
And I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's going down.
I already know. Yeah. So I already know, especially if you want. So here, what team you gonna pick?
Dog, what? Okay.
I know you ain't picking them Tigers.
Asking questions right now. I believe orange and blue, Auburn University, established 1856. I believe in all. War, damn, Eagle.
Oh yeah, so it's definitely it's a wrap. Cause you know who I'm picking.
I mean, either Georgia or Bama, one of the two.
Yeah,
so
you know who I'm picking, right? So
You
It's a
got to
wrap.
stay on one side. You can't be like, oh, I'm
It's
Roll
a wrap.
Tide this week and I'm Go Dogs next week.
Nah. Yo, you crazy.
But all right, man. Look, man, we're gonna go on and wrap this thing up, man. Again, y'all, sorry for the technical difficulties. If you are here a little bit, I'm gonna try my best to edit this to make sure that we good. But again, y'all, thank y'all so much. Nick, thank you, brother, for coming on, man. This is the first one of many. Again, y'all, go out, like, share, subscribe, support On the Block with Nick. Support 7Seven-Talk LLC. I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. And look, let me tell y'all this real quick, man. Hey, faith and hard work will get you everywhere you need to go. All right? Much love to y'all, man. Y'all be good. And I will see y'all on episode 2 of 7Seven-Talk LLC. Come talk with your boy. Holla at me.
Later.